What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another ratings review. Today we're looking at the top 10 left wingers. I know I'm getting this video out late, but I had a couple other videos to go today, so make sure you've also checked those out. Starting off at number 1, we have the cover boy, Alex Ovechkin, 93 overall. That actually ties him with Sidney Crosby. When I saw that, I knew he got a cover rating boost because regardless how you want to look at it, Crosby's just a more complete player than Ovechkin is. So I think Ovi at 93 is a bit high. I'd probably have him at 92, which on this list would actually still have him as the number 1 left winger in the game, which I think is actually pretty fair. Now, number 2, we have Brad Marchand, actually tied with Huberdeau at 3 and Panarin at 4. So starting off with Panarin, I would actually have Panarin at a 92, tied with Ovechkin, and maybe you could put Ovechkin still as number 1 because he's on the cover or whatever. I think Panarin, after last year, I thought like Columbus, when he was playing his best hockey, goes to New York and then somehow finds another level. I was so impressed with him. I thought maybe he would have won the Hart just because he was the best player in New York by far. Without him, they're not even sniffing the playoffs. Huberdeau, 91 overall. I think it's a little bit high for him. I do like Huberdeau a lot. I think he's definitely underrated in Florida, but I feel like he's not on the same level as Brad Marchand or Panarin. So I'd probably have Huberdeau at a 90, just dropping him by 1. And then Marchand at 91, I think actually is a pretty fair rating. Obviously, great scorer. All the elements he brings to his game, being a pest, good defensively as well. I think I would keep him there. So Ovechkin would still be number 1, although tied with Panarin. Then I'd have Marchand 3, Huberdeau 4. Hall there at number 5, I think is good. I was actually talking to some friends about Taylor Hall, and I said how I think he's a top 5 left winger, so I'm glad to see EA agrees with me. They have him at the 5 spot, which is exactly where I'd have him too. 88 overall. Honestly, I think that's a little bit low for Hall. I know, not as good as MVP season a couple years ago, but still, I think Hall's great. One of the fastest players in the game. Great shot, great hands. I would have him at 89 overall. Now, there might be a bit of bias there. Spitfire fan, he won us back-to-back World Cups. I'm sure there is a little bit, but I would have Hall 89. Then you go on to the 2 Calgary Flame left wingers there, in Matthew Tkachuk and Johnny Gaudreau, both 87 overall at number 6 and number 7. Personally, I feel like they're doing Gaudreau a bit of a disservice here. I know, like, last year it wasn't his amazing year or anything, but still he had about the same amount of points as Tkachuk. The year before that, he had 100 points, or basically at 99, similar to Marchand, and more than Huberdeau. Both those guys are 91. So Gaudreau being 4 overall below Marchand and Huberdeau, I don't really get that. I feel like he should be pretty similar to Hall, so Hall's an 88. I would also have Gaudreau there at 88. Tkachuk, you could honestly argue, is an 88 as well, just because of, again, all the elements he brings to his game. And the way overall works in this game, the more well-rounded of a player you are, usually the higher your overall is. So, surprised Tkachuk's only 87. I understand Gaudreau is probably lower because his physical is so low, but the same goes for Patty Kane, and he had a really high rating. So, Gaudreau for sure 88, maybe Tkachuk 88 as well. Landeskog there 87, I think is pretty fair. Now, personally, I think Kyle Connor is a better player than Landeskog, but you can see he's got the same rating. Gensel, you could probably argue, is a bit better than Landeskog too. I think he gets carried a little bit playing with McKinnon, playing with Rantanen, but all 3 of those guys being 87s, I think is pretty fair. Gensel, of course, lost a ton of time due to injury. I think Landeskog might have been injured a little bit. Kyle Connor there, you could even argue, maybe 88. He had something like 38 goals last year, absolutely popped off. So I think all 3 of those guys for sure, top 10 left wingers. 87 is pretty fair for them. So rounding out the list, I think, again, pretty good job here by EA. Some of the right wingers. Definitely just mostly nitpicking here to kind of change it up. I think the right winger list was a little bit better than the left winger list, as I had a bit more changes here. But still not even close to being as bad as the top 10 defensemen or the top 10 goalies for that matter. Again, just a little bit of changes, I think, in my top 5. But that's going to be it, guys, for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully the top 10 centers are out tomorrow before NHL 21 is released on EA Access. If you guys didn't know, with EA Access, you can actually play it for 10 hours starting tomorrow. So I'm going to have some NHL 21 videos for you guys. Stay tuned for that. I'm really pumped. I'm going to try and have some cool stuff out there. But again, stay tuned for top 10 centers. Then some NHL 21 stuff, franchise. Also going to have a ratings review out for the entire game, looking at every single player. So that should be a ton of fun. Probably a hut pack opening too. Going to be a busy day. So make sure you guys, have the bell clicked there. You're getting the notifications. You'll know when I have a new video up. But like I said, that's it for this one, guys. Late night upload. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.